guys, we're going to be talking a little bit about some circuit news that's come up in the last day or so. Max, Singapore, surprise, has been now fully confirmed for 2008.
It is.
And it's been confirmed as a night race. Gee!
Who'd have thought?
Really?
Night race.
I hadn't read that. I had no idea Singapore was up or that there was going to be a night race.
No, none of us know. Again, who'd have
Shocking.
thought? Mate, what are your thoughts on Singapore, and what are your thoughts on a night race, the very first Formula One night race?
Man, it's another Asian destination, and we've had a couple of comments from people about the mix of Grand Prix, like, should there be Europe bias, should there be races elsewhere? Another Asia race, I tell you, there's a few already.
Yeah, there are.
But I've said to a few people in the comments, and I've emailed a few people saying that I think that a night race as a one-off thing, or one race in the year is a good idea. Mm-hmm. It's a good novelty. It's not a novelty. It's actually a good idea. I think we should move ahead in Formula One.
We've got the Le Mans 24-hour.
Yeah, and as long even if it rains, they can get around that. I think there could be problems, obviously, but I support it, and it's another street race. So good on Singapore. Okay. The Malaysians, it's a close place it's a close proximity, but why not? F1's a big business, so bring it on.
Yeah, no, fair, mate. Your comments are fair.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Formula One should maintain always its base in Europe. It is primarily a European sport. I don't necessarily agree nor disagree with the bias towards Southeast Asia now. My home Grand Prix is in Asia. It's in Melbourne. I would like to have seen maintained the bias towards Europe. But in saying that, Singapore, okay, perhaps a breath of fresh air. It is going to be the inaugural night race in Formula One.
Yep.
Which is exciting. The interesting thing is, of course, as you know, our cars don't have headlights, so it's going to be interesting to see how they light the track up for the drivers, and as Pep's quite rightly mentioned, what do you do with rain?
They were talking about actually putting headlights on the cars for that race, actually building that into the rules, having them have some FIA standard headlight. Similar
to the WRC when they have night races in the special stages, and they have the bank of headlights on the front. It'd be interesting to see what they do. It'd be very interesting, I think, you'd also agree, to see a Formula One car with headlights. If that actually happens, I would rather not see that happen. I'd rather adequate lighting at the circuit.
So you don't need to have headlights on the cars like a Le Mans car.
I want the whole place floodlit, especially if and when it rains. I don't want to see the cars specifically modified too much for a night race. I think that would detract it from for all of its fans, for all the Formula One fans. I wouldn't like to see any modifications to the cars. I figure if you're going to hold a Grand Prix, admittedly at night, but if you're going to hold a Grand Prix, then you have the cars at their maximum, rather than hamstring them to suit the conditions so much of the circuit. But it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Mate, we talk about circuits a lot, and there's a lot of things going on with circuits, and maybe we should talk about it in future episodes. But really, there's a lot of things they can do with the circuits.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm sure I speak for all of us. We'd like more overtaking. Yeah. We'd like more challenging Grand Prix, and that's been the debate for years, I guess. There's limited overtaking in a lot of Formula One circuits.
But Spa is back. Yes, Spa is back.
Cannot wait for Spa. Yes. It's killing
Talking
me.
About circuits, Spa is back.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness for that.
Now, mate, let's also talk about the fact that Spain now has two Grand Prix. They've got the Spanish Grand Prix and the European Grand Prix.
And the European Grand Prix.
And Valencia, again, another street circuit, not the Valencia testing circuit.
No, that's right.
Another street circuit, also confirmed for 2008, I believe.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So they get a world champion and they get all these circuits. They just get flooded with F1 circuits. There you go. There's two Grand Prix.
I don't think it's actually very surprising.
I was surprised.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Especially when other races in Europe have been sort of, cut down, or not cut down, but made sure that they only have one race.
Yeah, and you're right. The reason I wasn't surprised is because Bernie brokered a £35 million a year fee for Valencia to run the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
So it's money. That's what Bernie's into. So I'm actually not surprised that Valencia got the nod. It's interesting that we've got 2 races in Spain for the probably for the first time. But again, for mine, I'd rather maybe another European country have the Grand Prix rather than Spain. They've already got a Grand Prix. But in saying that, I don't know who would stick their hand up for such a venture. But yeah, I find it interesting that Spain's got 2 Grand Prix.
Max, quick question. Now that Bernie owns the Turkish circuit at Istanbul, is there any chance of the Grand Prix not being in Turkey in the next 10 years or so?
No. Absolutely not. No. Turkey's on the calendar.
Turkey isn't going anywhere.
I find it interesting that Bernie decided, after repeated attempts over however many years, still has turned around and said, I would never buy Silverstone at all. He's, they were going by a Turkish circuit, no problem at all.
He'll own Turkey. Thanks very much.
Interesting.
I thought that was great. Well, guys, thanks for watching, and please let us know what you think about the circuits and what's going on. We've got we could keep going for hours. I mean, there's so much to talk about circuits.
Yep.
Herman Tilke.
Herman the German.
Yeah, there's so much we could. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
We will. See you guys.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Bye.